Hello you, and welcome back to Vanilla Railroad for Beginners in Factorio version 0.17. This is episode 27, the one where we're going to work on, I think we're going to do robots today. I think we're going to start on robots today. We'll see about that. Let's go over to the base and check it out. My name is Satchmo. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate you taking the time to stop by and say hello. Speaking of which, please make sure you send me a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know you're out there. We'll strike up a little conversation. You can ask me about the game, ask me about me, ask me about, I don't know, animals, whatever you want to talk about. Who cares? Let's drive out here to the base. I'm going to do, oops, I keep bumping the microphone. I have it in a new position today, and I'm going to have to get used to that, so I apologize if I bump it. Let's clean up a little bit as we're going. Trying to get this stuff ready for the future. You're gone. There we go. I don't need all that coal. I can pick that up too, but I want to destroy my inventory. Okay. Alright, looking good. Cool. Yeah, let's think about bots today. Let's think about getting those ready. Even if I don't really fully implement it, I think that's where I'm going to go next. So let's drive out here and clear a little space while we talk about the robotic system in this game. So they are part of what's known as the logistics network. You're going to have a roboport to house the robots, where they sleep and they recharge. And of course you're going to have the robots themselves. And all of this is going to have to be connected. So your roboports, they have a limited range, and so you can stack them, one after the other, touching each other, and connect them to extend their range so that, ideally you can have the entire base covered inside of the logistics network. If there is a roboport too far away, if the robotport's too far away from the task that you're trying to complete, you'll get a little notification saying, yeah, I can't do that, Jim. So that's that. Let's take a look at what's required. First off, the roboport themselves take 45 steel plates, 45 iron gear wheels, and 45 advanced circuits. So these are very expensive. Yeah, that's very expensive. Then the robots themselves, you have two different types. You have construction robots, which do just that. They can construct and deconstruct items in the game. You can construct items by placing down ghost images, and you can deconstruct by using the deconstruction planner, and they'll just go out and they'll tear it up. And then you have logistics robots, and all they do is they carry, it says right there, transports items between logistics chests. So it can move items between chests, and as well it can, it kind of treats you as a chest as well, so you can request items be picked up from you, or you can request items being brought to you. So in this area is the requests that you send out, and in this area is the trash slots. So if I say, I don't want these coal, I can put it here. And if I had robots in the system, they would come and they would just grab it from my person and they would take it somewhere. So anyway, we'll see more about that in the future. So we need to be thinking about that. So we got steel's already good, gear wheels is fine, and advanced circuits is fine. These guys require electronic circuits and flying robot frames, and these require advanced circuits and robot frames. So I already have red and green circuits. So the only thing I need is the flying robot frames themselves. So they're right here. They require steel, batteries, circuits, and electric engine units. Those first three I already have, and they're on the bus. The fourth one I do not have, electric engine units. Those require electronic circuits, engine units, and lubricant. I am making green circuits, and I'm making engine units across the base, but not enough to satisfy the requirements for this. So I'll have to make an engine unit factory, and I'll have to produce some lubricant. And then right here, the engine units just require steel, gear, and pipe. So a lot of steel and gears, I'll be able to kind of double up on my steel and gears, because all of this whole process requires those. But so the only thing I need to really create that I don't already have is the lubricant to help me make the electronic engine units. So this is something I thought about doing in the past, and then I guess I just got distracted and never did it. So but I need to do it now, is lubricant. I did leave a space over there if you remember, I do have the storage chests, or the storage tanks, they're all set up already for the lubricant, but I have not put anything in there. This needs to go off the bar. I don't need those yellow ones. I can find something else more helpful to put there. Here it is, my mall. I'm gonna need more of these, more splitters. May as well go ahead and grab some more of those. That's plenty. And then I'm gonna need a bunch of pipes. I'm just gonna grab them anyway. Even though I have a bunch in my inventory, I'm gonna grab more because I think I will need them. Pumps. That's something to think about. You'll see why momentarily. Whoa, how many is that? That's a ton. I don't know. That's way too many. 35 pumps. Yeah, I need like just several, like 5. That's probably even too many. What else? I want to do some stuff with the logistics network too, or not with the logistics network, but with the what do you call it? The circuits, with circuitry. So I'm gonna need some of this stuff too. So circuits and copper wire. I'll just grab some copper and some green circuits I have being produced right here. Well, not a lot. I'll just go scoop some up from the bus real quick. Boop. That's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll need one of these and one of these. I should grab 2 of both just in case. You'll see what I'm doing here momentarily. I think all this is fine. Do I have chemical plants? I do. I have... Okay. I think I have everything I need to get this going. Another dude, where's my car moment? I know I left it somewhere nearby. There it is right there. Alright, let's go hook up some lubricant. So lubricant, I don't need to look it up. I would show you, but I'm driving. It takes heavy oil, and that's it. You just create it from heavy oil. I can go ahead and tell you, though, that that's going to be a little bit of a problem, because I'm converting all of my heavy oil, see right here, I'm converting heavy oil to light oil, and then all the light oil to petroleum. And then I'm using petroleum the most. So if you look in these tanks right here, yeah, I have like 6 units of heavy oil total. So that's no good. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm just going to clip this. Boop, boop. And so this stops consuming the heavy oil, and maybe I'll build up a little bit in here, and you'll see how I'm going to fix that momentarily, my heavy oil dilemma. I'm going to do like maybe 4 factories of lubricant. That's I really don't know if that's too many or too few. We'll see. Yeah. There we go. In the past, I haven't liked these being. I normally do the ground to ground, like right here. I typically underground it so I can still walk through. Except for right here, I can't. But you get the idea. I normally underground it right here, but I think I'm going to just connect these two and save a little bit of resources, and then I'll just walk through the ones that don't have the light poles. If I'd have done that from the beginning, I think everything would look a little tidier, but c'est la vie. I'll do the same thing here. Connect those two, and connect those over. Likewise, I will... I don't know how far up this is going to have to go. I'm just going to guess right there. I need to connect this to the tank. That's okay. Well, something like something like that. Is there? Oh, no. I should have guessed that was going to happen. Yeah, don't fill that up with the... Let me move this one more over. Well, it is what it is. That looks fine. Okay. So there we go. So these are now assigned to lubricant. That's a little snaky, but it'll work. Cool. Now I need to get heavy oil 2 here. Here's my heavy oil main line. You can do that. Down right. Stop it. Right there. And then up right there. Okay. There we go. Now they're filling with heavy oil and they are working. Cool. Yep. At least a couple of these are. Have I built up any heavy oil in the meantime? Just a little bit. That'll run out soon. Okay, so now I am producing lubricant. Not a ton, but I am producing some lubricant. Now, before I go back to base and drag the pipes out to the base, I'm going to do the little network thing I was telling you about. Let me see, where is it at? Sometimes I have to remember how these actually work. It's this one. There. Okay. This is going to be a brief, very brief kind of overview of how this works. You have 2 different types of wire here. You have green wire and red wire, and ostensibly they're exactly the same, but you can use them to differentiate between 2 different networks if you want to. You'll kind of see how that works, but it doesn't really matter which one you use at the point. So I'm going to use green wire here. And I'm going to use the green wire. I'm going to click on one entity, the storage tank, and connect it to this entity. And that's what happens. It draws like a little box and it comes across. And then it's gonna take it from the entity that I last placed. I'm gonna draw it to this one to connect that one to the network. And then I'm gonna go from there to the input of this machine. And then I'm gonna queue to clear that. Now we have all of this connected to the same network. Okay? And if you see, does it say where? These don't, but if you click on them, there we go. If you click on them, this will pop up, circuit network, and it says circuit connected to network 1. Mode of operation, read contents. Different entities will have different modes of operation. The storage tank has one mode of operation, which is read contents. So right now, network 1 is being fed the information of the contents of everything in it. So these 3 entities right here. Okay? Cool. And if you hover over this, the decider combinator, it says on the bottom right here where my mouse is, it says input signals, 675 lubricant. So it's reading the sum total of everything inside of it here. So it's saying 675. Let me go ahead and handle up on this real quick. Again, I'll click on a bunch of these and then we'll talk about them. Okay, so let's see. Exoskeleton equipment, these are going to make you run faster. These are really handy, but I haven't even thought about them yet. Speed module 2. Remember the speed modules? All the next 3 are the same thing. Efficiency, speed, and productivity modules. These are just the next level up. So it's going to increase those 3 things to the second level. And then utility science pack, which is complicated. It's going to use blue circuits, flying robot frames, and low density structures. And let's see, power armor, which is the next level up of armor. Yeah, and more inventory size. You could put more things in it. It's just better armor all around. And then the last thing is more mining productivity. So yeah, we can always use that. Back to this. So this is reading these 3 things here, and it is coming up with the input signal of 675. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and it's going to have an input and an output. Okay. The parameters for this thing to turn on, I'm going to say, this is going to be somewhat arbitrary, but you'll see. If lubricant is greater than, and then I'll pick a number here, I'll say 35,000. Output 1, and it's going to say 1 what? Output 1, and you'll see you have a new tab here. You have normally these tabs when you do your crafting menu, but when you're talking about the circuit network, you get a signal tab too. And you can pick any one of these. I'm just going to go with A. Okay, so what this thing is going to do is it's going to output one A signal A, if the lubricant in the network is greater than 35,000. Why did I pick 35,000? Because each one of these has 25,000 storage, so 75 all day, and 35 is, approximately half. It's not half, but it's approximately half. So if these things are approximately halfway filled, send out a signal A. Okay? And you'll see why we're doing that momentarily. Let's go back to our green wire. We're going to connect that the way you connect these long distances, because if I tried to connect it over here, you say I get a red X and saying that's way too far. But you can connect them along power poles. So I'm going to run them along all the power poles down this way. All right. Where's that pump that I had? There we go. And then connect the green wire here. Okay, so now this pump is connected to the circuit as well. When you click on it, you have mode of operation, enable, disable, and it's looking for an enabled condition. When do you want this pump to turn on, is what this is asking. Okay, I'm going to say if A is greater than 0. Why not? Let's just say that. Okay, so if you remember back over here, I can do it from here. If I click over here, oh no, I can't. Well, if you remember, if this thing goes up to 35K, if I have 35K lubricant, it's going to send out a signal A, and this is going to say if I see a signal A, anything greater than 0, I'm going to turn on. Okay, as you see right now, the little red light is lit right here. The light is red, and the pump is not moving. Okay. Right now I'm actually not producing. Right now I'm not producing anything because I'm all flush on stuff here. So we'll come back in a minute and we'll see that actually work. I was going to prove to you that it works, but I don't need to right now because right now I'm not using any petroleum products. But I will be shortly. So that is kind of a brief introduction to how the circuit network works, and I'm really not the best at it. You can get really complicated and do some really, really cool things to the circuit network, but that is kind of my brief introduction to it. Momentarily, I'll start producing. You'll see more of that. Let me map over because I should be making some products, should I not? No, none of these are working. Yeah, I guess there's just no reason for it to, because my crude oil is all, my petroleum is all filled up. I didn't clip the, that's why right there. I need to go back. I was about to say, I know I should be consuming some petroleum products because I see the red circuits being made. And red circuits are being made, that means plastic is being made, and if plastics are being made, that means I must be consuming petroleum. It's because I clipped that pipe earlier. So I apologize for the brief interruption here, but it'll just give me an opportunity to show you how the circuit network actually works, or to see it in action, is what I'm trying to say. So there we go, and then now that lit up, so we are producing some products here. And if I hover over here, there we go. I'm starting to get some oil, some heavy oil. Okay, heavy oil is being produced, but again, the pump isn't working, even though there is heavy oil in the there will be heavy oil momentarily in the pipe. This is not working. Now, if I came over here and reduce the number that it requires, let's see what's in here right now, 200. So what if I say if this were less than, there we go. I'll just set anything, 3. If lubricant is greater than 3, send out an A signal. Okay, well clearly it is because there's 200 in each of these. If I hover over this, it says output signals, sending one A signal. I come over here, and this guy should now be operating. Fortunately, he doesn't have any heavy oil to do. Oh, I'm sorry, I heard something outside. He doesn't have any heavy oil to do anything with, but he would be operating otherwise. So I guess my demonstration is still kind of bunk. but you get the idea. Oh, I apologize. You have to connect the output. There we go. Input here, output here. I apologize. That's why it wasn't working. Let me go back in here and double check. There it is. Now it's turned on because it's receiving that A signal now because it's connected to the output. Yeah, simple mistake. I apologize. So you do have to make sure that you have your wires going in the right way. So I had one going into the input, the arrow going into the machine, and then not going out from the output. So there we go. Put this back where I was. 35K. So a much higher standard. And then there he goes. He turns off again because he's not receiving that signal. So there we go. So all this is going to ensure is that my that I always have some lubricant being made, so that the before the heavy oil goes to the heavy oil refining machine, it goes to the lubricant first. And then once I have about half a tank, once my tanks are about half full with lubricant, then I can start producing some that goes into the other places too. So there we go. That was the whole point of that. It's just a smarter way to manage your fluids. So that took a little longer than I wanted to. We're already 20 minutes into the video. Let's see if I can throw down this robot stuff super quick. Right, so I'm going to put it here. The first thing that needs to be created is the engine units. Right, so steel, iron gear wheels, and pipes. So let's think about that real quick. Let's think. Gear wheels and pipes. Both of these require iron, so iron needs to come in. I only really need one lane of iron though. So before I get ahead of myself, let's just go ahead and pull in half a belt of iron. There we go. Half a belt of iron comes in, and I don't know why I'm grabbing it from there today. No, I should be grabbing it from right there. Okay, so that's going to come in, and then I'm going to need 2 belts, at least, right? Because he can output here, but he cannot. He needs to output on another belt. Okay, and that's well enough. I'm also going to need more red inserters. I'll just make them like that. Alright, what else for these engine units? So yeah, pipes, gears, and then steel. So steel can go on the top of this one. Let's go. Oops. Alright, so that fills all 4 of those lanes, which is good. Let's think about ratios. Flying robot frames take 20 seconds. Oops. They take 20 seconds. They require 1 electric engine unit. So I need 1 of these every 20 seconds for 1 machine. Let's just go ahead and say I want 4 machines. So it'll be a flying robot frame every 5 seconds. I'm going to produce this somewhere else. I'm going to make a designated factory for these. I was just thinking about these flying robot frames. I'm not going to put them on the bus or anything like that. So, let's just say that. I'm going to do 4 flying robot frame factories, okay? So I'm going to need 4 engine units every 20 seconds. These produce 1 every 10 seconds. So I only need 2 electric engine unit factories. Okay. They require 1 every 10 seconds, and this produces 1 every 10 seconds. So I need 2 of these and 2 of these. Alright, that should make sense. So let's do that number. And I'll probably do a direct insertion type thing. So gobble, gobble. Alright. And then what's the furthest I can put these guys away? So you're going to be electric engineers, and so are you. Put the lubricant on the inside. If you rotate, when you have something, one of these factories that needs a fluid, you can rotate the where the fluid pipe goes. Okay, so he's getting that. He needs the fluid, and then he needs electronic circuits. Green circuits. You know what? I might move these guys just a little closer. Just to conserve a little bit of space. Oh wait, no, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. Because the pipes. I need room for the pipes. And then I'll do the dry goods on top. So let's go ahead and figure out the piping situation. I'll just close that off. That's okay for now. I guess I can run lubricant right there. I meant to run this earlier when I made this stuff, but I did not. Here we go. It doesn't need to be in line with the other ones. You see I'm making it in line with these, but I think it would look nicer. Except that I'm not going to be able to. Looks like ever. Alright. And how far down is my... Okay, well, from here I'll just go from the source. Should have bought my car. I didn't realize it was going to be that much of a walk. While I'm doing this, I can grab the bar that has the pipes on it. There we go. My Dark Souls series is going well. I started recording that a couple nights ago. I've got 3 episodes done. Well, almost done. I have them recorded. And I have intros put on them. I have composed my own music for them. I think I still have to do the graphics, some of the graphics for it. I do have to do like the thumbnail graphic for it, but other than that, mostly done. There we go. So these should be receiving oil. Yes, they are. Here is a good place for a pump. Every so often, it's good to put a pump to help with the flow. There we go. That'll help pull the lubricant in that direction a little faster. So yeah, these guys fill up with lubricant a lot faster if they have a little pump. And there's like a number, like every so many tiles you should put a pump. You can go look that up if you want to. I don't really care that much. If I need one, I'll put one down. Alright, so cool. Now these guys are all receiving lubricant. Let's double check that. Yep. Alright, so now we are at the circuit part. Now let's think about the rest of the chain. I need green circuits for this. I need batteries, steel, green, and red circuits. And then the same thing is true for these guys too, right? Steel, iron gear. And then these guys, flying robot frames. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Again, I'm going to use 2 belts. And I'm going to output there. And it doesn't really matter. It will look nicer if it's like that. I'll output there and input here. This will be a split red-green belt, red-green circuit belt. So let's do that now. Let's keep it in line with this just to make it look a little bit better. mean, I guess that works. Why not, right? I'm not going to be putting that much of a demand on it anyway. Oh, wait, no. That's not at all the way to do that. Because then I'm going to have to put the other thing right here. So it'd be better to do it here. And then this guy. That guy can go here. There we go. Alright, so that's a split belt. So he should start working momentarily. Cool. And then what was the other thing? Right, so the roboports and these guys. I'm sorry, did I need batteries for something? Am I missing something a little bit? Oh, the frames themselves. This is just for the circuits. That's right. Yes, that's right. The frames themselves. Here we go. These guys are flying robot frames. That's why. So that has everything in front of them except for steel and batteries. So they can output an input. And also they can input from here. And then I can do a steel battery line behind them. Like that. I don't like that I'm pulling steel from two different places. I have steel there and steel here, but it'll be okay. There's conveniently placed batteries. Boop. And conveniently placed steel. No, stop that. What are you doing? Here we go. Right. So he's already got the batteries. He'll be gobbling up the steel soon, and then that should fill up this belt, half with the engine units and half with the flying robot frames. Okay. And then I'm going to need two factories. One factory for the construction robots and one factory for the logistics robots. I typically do blue in the middle, red on the side, so let's go ahead and keep that standard. Why not? Right? So yeah, these guys will start producing frames before too long. Okay, and then they can output. Just gonna cap it off real small for now. Yep, he's waiting on frames, and that's okay. Here we go. Now this guy's he takes like half a second to gobble up the flying robot frames, so it's probably gonna be that he works first, and then this guy works second. So, and there's a circuit way that you can do this too, like a circuit system way that you can fix that, but we'll talk about that some other time. And the last thing I want to do is place the Roboport factory down, which needs steel, gears, and advanced circuits. Advanced circuits are right here in front of me. Steel is back here. I guess no reason I can't just do that. And then gear wheels. Check this out. Let's make one of you. And this is a filter inserter. Haven't used these yet in the game. Sorry. Then you put him down, he doesn't do anything until you click on him and say, I want gears. There we go. So he'll only grab gears if they're in front of him. So Cool. Let's do that. There we go. Why not? And just for shits and giggles, I'll double side the belt because he's going to consume. Remember, he's going to consume 45 of these, so he needs a lot. There we go. Okay, Roboport is working. The 2 robots are working. The robot frames are working, and I have lubricant. 35 minutes. 35-minute video is a little bit above average, but got a lot done today. Maybe not the cleanest way to have done this. In fact, I can actually move this whole thing like over. No, I guess I can't because of this. I'd have to like rewire like how the these are going, but it's okay. So there we go. This is going to put a pretty significant strain on my advanced circuits, at least for a little while, because every 5 seconds it's going to consume 45 of these. That's a pretty good chunk. So yeah, now all my red circuit factories are working hard. Even the cogs down here, even the gear wheels are not really keeping up. But that's okay, because like I say, I'm not going to be producing these all the time anyway. It's just going to be when you fill up the chest, then it stops. So, alright. There we go. Thank you guys for being here. This has been, yes, like I said, we got some lubricant and we got some robotics working. So maybe next episode we'll start setting up the logistics network a little bit. And yeah, we'll get some of these guys in the air and see what they do. So thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate taking the time to hang out with me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks a bunch.